Hello, it's Prince Easy, and well, today we're gonna talk about a couple stuff, just to update each other pertaining to whatever's going on right now. Before God returns, hearts. Yes, is it not written that interpersonal relationships have to be fixed before our Creator returns? Yeah. The church is like a woman. God is like the man in this marriage. And we have to be prepared and adorned to receive the groom. So it starts with the mending of the heart. Okay, that's what partly I've been doing over the years, actually. Talking about social issues and basically trying to put perspective on certain things that have been weaponized against us by the evil ones. Okay, so our city needs a sober house, and it seems a majority of people that are actually addicted to other to rather more dangerous drugs are rich because they need a lot of money to actually purchase these things, and actually rich actually comes with a social status, and I don't think it's much appreciated to have an addict for a son or a daughter. So they tend to hide these things in the hopes of, hoping that, they will leave it while they're clearly showing deterioration of health, right? And it's partly just ego. Okay, so these places need to be accessible, and these, I don't know what to call them, even taboos, they need to be handled by first not treating them as criminals. I think that's important. Don't get me wrong, there are criminal aspects to this. Like the makers, we never hear about them, do we? We never hear about the people who make cocaine or methamphetamines or anything of sort. We never hear of those, and it takes a lot of science to actually come up with these formulas for these things. So it's not something some person without any knowledge can cook up, especially here in Africa. Don't get me wrong, there are chemists here, but I don't think they're interested in messing with any of those things. So it's rather more of a business, international business type situation. So focus should rather be more on the airports and the ports. That's where large supplies can be moved, okay, or else private cars. Yeah, but it has to be done meticulously with the help of intelligence and such. Don't bother people about cannabis. Don't do it. Don't do it. To just wasting time. Go after the big fish. Yeah, the big fish. People are actually killing people. Nobody's ever died from cannabis. Ever. So there is no health deterioration because of addiction. Because addiction causes the health to deteriorate. So if there is no proof of that, then why are we fighting? Why is this fighting for? It means it's an operation. It's an operation to distract you from the truth. So you should be focusing on finding the truth. Finding the truth, studying the plant, not doing literature review or doing what the UN says. That's nonsense. We have already shown that these people are incompetent. Okay, they're just puppets for the people who actually pay the bills. So they're not here to help you. Okay, yes, we contribute a large amount of money to these people, but let's look at the big picture. Let's be honest with ourselves, yeah? It should be disbanded by now. It should be. It should be. There should be a more of a continental type of thing. Europe should have its own. The Americas should have its own. And Africa should have its own. With the army and judges and everything to solve our own conflicts. Yeah, time after time, their mission is just to protect the enemy. That's what their mission has been always. Because they get orders from the people who are actually making money from these bloodshed, these sacrifices. Yeah. So let's talk about. It's a deep matter, but I just want to put it in your head and have it mellow there for a minute. Yes. So every nation, it seems, has a thing. Every nationality. Indians have their cricket. Americans have their football. American football, yeah? The English have soccer, like this, their thing. Or golf. Yeah? Well, it's interesting that Africans have risen up in the ranks when it comes to these things. In music, in all forms of art, mainly. But we as Africans do not value that art, and that's quite interesting. And this is connected to those people who say they're Jews, but they're not. It's connected to them because they have created the platform. They have created what we know as the art industry in general. Okay, in general. And they do not want us to be interested in them because it's like it will ruin the illusion for them. Right? Their superiority, the illusion of superiority will perish. Okay, this is just the chosen. The chosen are blessed because they are chosen. They have also responsibilities. Okay, the tribes of Israel are not just, especially Judah. It's not just just a privilege. No, it's a responsibility. Okay, it's a responsibility to look over the entirety of creation. Okay, and when it comes to a prince like myself, I take it very serious. Okay, and they have just been slaving us away and selling us like the old days. Yeah, look at the NBA. Yeah, look at the English football. Niggers everywhere. But to us, it's not that important. Whilst they make money hand to mouth because they have access to people, direct access to people, and they can demand anything from them as long as they keep them entertained, legally or illegally. Okay? Should never forget, entertainment is entertainment. And for a performer, it's actually that, a performance. So it should not be over your head to think that these international leagues are actually fixed. They're actually predetermined because there's actually merit to doing this than actually having a random. The money might go where you might not want it to go because there's a lot of money involved in this. Yeah. So it's a game that we have to learn to play. Okay, me personally, I've been playing it, and all I've seen is just sabotage on a lot of levels. I've tried sport, I've done music, I've done videos, so I'm quite familiar with what I'm talking about. So it's an observation, it's an interesting observation that these things that the white people excavates from us, they don't hold much value to us, and I think that's that's part of the issue, huh? Even when it comes to other things like, I don't know, minerals and such, let's just think about that. Why is that? So the church, you have been going through turmoil, yeah. Well, it will only get worse for you, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, because you have chosen to align yourself with those who are rebuke, and most importantly, you have not even spoken up against the evils that are being spewed right now from Vatican, which has just become like a gates of hell. We shouldn't be sentimental like this. Our faith is not sentimental. Sentimentality got us here, you know that, right? Now they have white people up in arms, black people up in arms, and nobody wants to talk about the truth, and that's quite interesting. That our religion, what we know as Christianity, was African, and it was whitewashed during slavery, and it was sold to us as something else, but yet familiar. So it was quite easy to penetrate, yes? And this has to be known, this has to be put forward. This is the part of the confession, yeah? So, for the churches here in Zion, specifically, I want you to run a project to actually build homes for your peoples. Okay? Recognize this. The Lord likes when we build churches, right? They represent our dedication towards our Creator, right? So we build these magnificent buildings. But a slight change of perception occurred when Jesus came here to earth. Yeah? We talked about sentimentality. We treated God as some sort like witchcraft, Rosaries don't protect us from evil. Scapulas don't protect us from evil. Our faith does. Okay? And it is a growing thing, Other people believe that, I don't know, if you drink this water, something miraculous will happen to you. Without faith, without anything. So what type of... It's scientism-based belief system, result-based system. And when it comes to a creator, you can't be thinking like that. Okay? God does not bend to our will. Okay? He does what he wants. Okay? And the trend of the church, it has become like those days when the Lord enter the temple to find people doing business in there. He made quite observations in there, right? In the temple. All of the time that he was there. He gave the examples and he taught. Right? But we have forgotten one important thing, that our God does not need a building. A soul does not need a building. It needs company. A soul needs company of another soul. Okay? Not a thing that has no soul in it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Yeah? So, based on that, how about you say, okay, we accumulate this money, I don't know, from collections or whatever, and we talk to the flock. We say, okay, labda wangapi mmefika sehemu fulani, finish the houses. Trust me, it will have more spiritual impact than a huge church full of homeless people. So it's a shift of mentality. That's what I'm talking about. You have power, you have system in place, but these systems have been compromised in the spiritual level. The intention on the surface is good, but what it does, it causes people to lose faith. The major reason people lose faith in the church today is because of money. It's because of money, especially the Catholic Church. People don't say it to you, but michango ni mingi, and I've seen this myself. Most of your time is used to just manage money and not actually looking after your flock. That's your responsibility, you as a shepherd. You know that, right? Looking after your flock. Not looking after yourself, looking after your flock. So if your flock is well fed, then they will feed you. But if your flock dies, you die. That's the becoming of irrelevancy. So do that instead. Take the bricks out of the churches and build people and families home. Trust me, that will have more merit in heaven than what you're doing right now. So, I've given you a chance. Okay, I've given you a chance. I always do. I'm fair. Okay, aliens and falling away of mankind. I think I'll have to do a deeper dive into, I don't know, the supposed miracles that will be performed by the counterfeit prince. And this is for you, Africa. This show is all for you. Okay, because if they deceive you, if they deceive the masters, then the entire earth follows, like it has, right? So, I think I shall make a video about it. I wrote it down, but I forgot to remove it. But really, I'll cover it by itself in the next video. I already have the next video planned. Okay, more jokes. The Russos launch a new sub, and of course it has a huge mic over there. Well, this is just interdimensional war. They triggered this apocalypse by death. They have this footage of this rabbi asking Netanyahu to do something. The Messiah is not here. And Netanyahu says, we are working hard, we are doing everything we can. And if you're familiar with these talks, you'll know that these rabbis depend on Netanyahu to actually hasten, because supposedly he knows this Messiah. To hasten is coming. That word hasten, it was exactly that word that was used. I saw this interview which this popular rabbi was talking to Netanyahu back in the days. To hasten. Hasten the coming of the Messiah. I thought God chose when and how the Messiah came. But it seems that these people have it down pat. Yeah? It's like the reverse engineering prophecy of some kind. Okay, I've told you this. Yeah, these people, they know they're falling. Okay, but like that popular sport of gliding is exactly that. They want a soft landing. They want a soft landing. So they are controlling their descent to have a soft landing, to still have a footing in the new kingdom. Yeah, to still have a just like Samson and Delilah, right? They sent in Delilah. She sweet talked to Samson, and it was prohibited for Samson to marry such a woman from that tribe. Okay, there is a reason why these things were prohibited. There's a reason. Okay, so he lost his power. Israel lost his king, but before it did, mercy was given. So all of Israel's most important enemies were all collected in this building, and they were all killed that day. That's mercy. That's when God intervened. But it was going down spiral. Okay? Samson kept at bay a lot of forces. A lot of forces. He kept at bay a lot of forces. So when he died, they saw an opportunity to destroy and plunder. Right? To destroy and plunder Israel. Okay? And by our own making, they got it. Okay? So we have to take back our glory by actually taking the part and playing the part of Judah, being leaders, not followers, leaders. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what you have to do. Everybody with his flock. Okay, and if we are not connected, just like an army, it will be easy to fall. Trust me, easy to fall. Okay, you're dealing with a very cunning opponent here, and most people are not equipped to fight this opponent. Okay, so by God's grace, I'm able to fight this opponent. So you have to fight with me, not against me. You have to understand this. Okay, I hope this message reaches far and wide, man. I don't know. And car batteries are actually out here exploding. It's not going so well. The watery clay kingdom is not going so well. It's not going so well. Somebody noted that these people are actually planning to get lithium out of clay. So it's watery clay, a kingdom from the book of Enoch. Interesting, right? It's not going so well. So cars are exploding front and center. Yeah, front and center. So let's get to the pictures and wrap this up. So I saw this, and of course, more whitewashing of our history, right? Of our history. And of course, the beast does. It's a bulletproof car. People don't even get what this guy's insinuate is coming to over there. People are crazy, I don't know. But just imagine, okay? Let's just imagine, we as Africans, right? All of a sudden, Toyota installed bulletproof glass, and the whole car was basically bulletproof, right? 762 could not get in. And then that was just like the base model or something. What would go through your mind if not war is coming, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you people. I don't know. Really. I don't know. Yeah? So, more war stuff. I don't know what the twist is gonna be here. Yeah? But they know I love the game. They have watched me play it. They know I like it. Now they are announcing the 6th version. And of course, number 6 being of spiritual significance to these people. We shall see what's up with this game. Okay? And well, we have this situation here. I don't know if you know about this thing here, but they unearthed this on Egypt. And it's actually in this timeline, in this, I don't know, millennium, the first mention of Israel was in Egypt, okay? Was in Egypt, and it talked about Egypt being permanently destroyed. So I don't know what that Wailing Wall is all about, but I remember the punishment was no stone will be left on top of stone. So that whole wall, I don't think if the Romans came up in there would have left that wall. But I'm just saying, okay, I'm just saying. Well, more plot twists. More plot twists. Now this guy is trying to buy empathy. Symbolic connection to BLM. What is the symbolic connection? You just got stabbed like many other people got stabbed in jails every day and die. What about them? Are they not connected to BLM or what? Oh no, it was on Black Friday. It has to be significant. These guys, they waited till Black Friday to symbolically kill this guy. Are you serious, man? So like what? The BLM people are ritualistic? Is that what they're saying? I don't want to dwell on this anymore. Yeah? So now, look at this. The beast that speaketh is helping South Korea launch satellites as the satellite wars continue. Everybody's trying to have a satellite up there. Everybody's afraid of payback, so they have cameras top high watching their territories. They won't see it coming. They will not see it coming. Or they will, but they will do nothing about it. They can't do nothing about it. And of course, I don't think these people got the memo that Mars, the whole planet just vanished. I don't know if they got the memo. But hey, it was in the making, like Elon had planned to nuke the whole planet to terraform it. Literally nuke the whole thing to terraform. What are they saying here? They're saying that they will use nuclear weapons to change the political landscape. No, the socio-political landscape of the world, like they have done before, right? Where do you think these deserts come from? The Sahara. Like half of the continent is desert. Talking about the north, it's war and blood. It does that to the land. Okay, if you look at the history, this will just prove it. So, I don't know what is up with this guy, or I don't know what has been up with this guy. But, he's one of those insecure white people who do not want to admit their crimes. And of course, if they do not love the truth, they will partake in the punishment with the beast. I'm just saying, this is not my world. This is not my war. Okay, the Lord is waging this war. Okay, so I have no vengeance in my heart. You didn't enslave me or anything like that. You didn't put me in boats. You didn't whip me or anything like that. You did other things, but you didn't do the things that you did to our forefathers. And It's just justice. Their blood is crying up into heaven for vengeance. And I don't think if you do realize this, but hey, who do you think God is going to revenge their blood upon them? The blood of the saints. We're all going to begin. Killing of innocents. Imagine that. Slavery and all of its dark corners. Where death would be better. But nah, this world is crooked. So people have made calculations, as there are more, the more they try to make their little kingdom, the more it crumbles beneath them, because they don't have a strong foundation to build kingdoms. They don't. A truly lasting kingdom cannot be built by politics, my friends. Don't kid yourself. Okay, we have seen how it does not work. We have seen how fragile it is. So we have to learn. Yeah? We have to learn. And of course, it's getting worse. Remember this? I covered this whole situation. It was over a video game, apparently. Now they want a death sentence. Or they're talking about like a death sentence. It would be horrible. They're just poking. They're poking the lion. Okay, they are done poking the bear. Now they are poking the lion. Okay, they're poking the lion. Okay, they're poking the lion. So you better sharpen those claws. Because this is not a drill. This is not a drill. Look at this headline. A new investigation found out that candy company Mars uses cocoa harvested by kids as young as 5 in Ghana. Right? So we have kids and Mars, right? And cocoa. This is more of that war. Yeah? I've told you in the previous video. I thought I told you. I don't know. Let me tell you again. They're coming after kids. Yeah? They're coming after kids hard. Yeah? They're giving them pneumonia. I warned you about this, I don't know, 3-4 videos talking about those chemicals that are effective to wash away the nini. So this is a bioweapon. Bacterial pneumonia, apparently. Now, they're harvesting African kids. Yeah? They're harvesting African kids. They're going to war. Yeah? That's why most people this past week have gotten a cough all over the world. Yeah? I've seen people being sick abroad, even here. Yeah? Look at this. This is Ohio. So it has jumped from... This is funny. It has jumped from China to Ohio. They're fighting back. They're fighting back. They're coping. Remember, they're coping. Look at this nonsense here. They're just virtual signaling that they have modified. They have genetically modified a creature. This is, I don't know, a dog and a person or something. You see the hands? This is official, yo. I didn't make this up. Of course, the sun. The sun as in the sun. Yeah. Talked about the sun a lot, right? So they're telling us what they're doing. And people are not even, they're just laughing it off. Like shifting, right? Okay. This is the decline. This is the spiritual decline that the entire world is facing. So imagine God coming back to this. It's crazy. If you think that's okay. Yeah. So Trolloc, the vampires, Queen of Heaven. This is what we're up against, people. So we're really keeping informing each other as the war unfolds. But take care. I'm looking after my flock. Okay, eat a lot of oranges. Eat at least one. Not a tablet, an orange, like a real orange. Okay, the concentration is different, so you don't want to get a vitamin overdose or something, because it exists. But hey, let me go. Let me not. Love you. Prince Eric signing out. Bye.